Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media as Dr. Nick, a medical educational series. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, a cardiologist from Houston, Texas. The information provided in these series of presentations is for information and educational purposes only and is not a medical advice. Please consult with your physician for any specific medical advice or recommendations. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch many other medical educational videos. Today we are going to look at what is a fight or a flight response. Let us say you're driving on the freeway and suddenly someone cuts in front of you. That produces a fight or a flight response. What is a fight or a flight response? It is body's natural mechanism by which a body responds with aggression or weakness. The type of stress could be any kind. Maybe you're waiting for a job interview. Maybe you receive a bad news. Maybe you get hurt. Or it can be related to accident or any type of stress, be it minor or catastrophic. The body responds with a fight or a flight response. Let us look at from a medical point of view, what is happening inside your body when you are faced with a stress. The body has two control systems called the parasympathetic system and the sympathetic system to constantly adjust to the circumstances from minute to minute, or I should say from second to second. Your brain is like a pilot adjusting the two wings of a plane and keeping it sailing smoothly. Similarly, the body responds with this fight or a flight response. Let us look at why some people, when they are presented with a stress, have a rage versus some people, when they receive a bad news, pass out. That is all related to the parasympathetic or the sympathetic response. Generally, the sympathetic response is something that you commonly see, which is related to what most people know as the adrenaline rush. That's when your heart rate goes up, you sweat, you sometimes feel dizzy, and your blood pressure goes up. Whereas the parasympathetic system, which is regulated by the vagal nerve, which releases what is called acetylcholine, a chemical substance that slows your heart rate. Sometimes it may stop your heart for a few seconds. It also dilates the blood vessels in your body, which leads to a drop in blood pressure. This frightened response leads to 1, slowing of the heart rate, number 2, drop in your blood pressure, which causes fainting. This is known as the common faint or the vasovagal syncope. That is the parasympathetic response. And the sympathetic response is going to be, let's say you're sitting for an interview, you desperately need this job. Under these circumstances, you may be sweating, you may have palpitations, or you may feel a little weak and dizzy. Many people feel this sympathetic rush, especially if they are asked to speak in front of an audience. Public speaking is the number one fear that can put anybody into this sympathetic response or a vagal response. We need to understand how our body is responding, and there are mechanisms by which we can adapt our body or train, just like training muscles. We can train our brain to respond to these circumstances in a much more meaningful manner so that we neither get an exaggerated fight or a flight response. I hope this brief description gives you some insight into how body responds to any type of a stressful situation. And if you would like to know more about this, I would suggest you can look at my book called Stress-Free Lifestyle, where we extensively talk about the body's response to stress, and most importantly, how you can do certain things that can change the way your body responds to a given stressful situation. Zig Ziglar used to say, it is not what's happening around you, but what is happening inside your body to what's happening around you that makes a difference. So this book will tell you about how to change what is happening inside our body. You can also look at our book on heart healthier lifestyle, and if all of this causes extra stress, you can read my NIK's comedy clips. Thank you so much for your attention, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch other videos we have on Ask Dr. NIK, a medical educational series. I am Dr. NIK Nikam.